What's up YouTube? My name is Vic and I am the Brooklyn Watch Guy. If this is your first time on my channel, this channel is all about watch buying, collecting, unboxings, and reviews in the affordable range, which I define as $1,000 or less. If you're into that, I invite you to stick around, watch the video. If you make it to the end, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you know every time I put a new video up. Alright y'all, today we're doing a review on this guy right here. This is the Revelot Hexmariner. Interesting twist on a classic watch design from a micro brand that's kind of new on the block. I think they have something to offer. This watch has been pretty good. I've been enjoying it and I'm ready to talk about it with you guys. So without further delay, let's get into this review. All right, y'all. So this is the Revelot Hexmariner. This is the 42mm variant. The Hexmariner can be bought either in a 42 or 39mm case size. Revelot's an interesting brand. They've only been around since 2017. They're from Malaysia. They proudly show their Malaysian heritage on their watches. They sound all their crowns with the star that is found in the Malaysian flag. I like that. I think that's cool. You know, they're not shy about where they're from. You know, in the watch world, people, you know, they tend to overlook things. If it's not Swiss or Japanese, you know, a lot of people in the watch world, they think it's junk. I personally don't subscribe to that. I think, you know, you don't know what you have until you have it. And, you know, just because it's Japanese doesn't mean it's great. Just because it's Swiss doesn't mean it's great. There's plenty of junk that comes from both of those places just as well. So, yeah, I like that they're not afraid to show where they're from. The watch itself is pretty solid. I got to admit, I've had this guy for a few months. It's a pretty solid watch. I really have very few complaints about it. But otherwise, a really solid piece. You know, it's an interesting twist on a classic design because it is basically just a Submariner homage. But I think they changed enough to where it kind of just stands on its own. You know, there's a texture on that dial. Everything is hexagons on the dial. Even the batons and the hour indicators to the texture that's on the dial. Even on the bracelet, and I'll show you guys here. Even on the bracelet, you can see they got the little hexagons on the bracelet just as well. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Now this bracelet, it's okay. Not the greatest in the world. My biggest complaint is that there aren't enough micro adjustments. That always seems to be a problem with a lot of micro brand watches, the class that they use. And I forgot to also show that the class also has the same star on it. So this is a pretty, you know, nice watch. Let me fix that there for you guys. So let me get into the specs of this guy. You get a Seiko NH35 movement with date complication. The date is at the 6 o'clock. 41-hour power reserve, stainless steel case and bracelet. You get a sapphire crystal with AR coating. The case itself is 13 millimeters thick, 22 millimeter lug width. It does have C3 Luminova on it. The lume is great. Not great. It's good. It's good. It's pretty bright. It just doesn't last a whole long. Maybe that's just my watch, but it is good lume. It's just not the best out there. You do get 200 meters of water resistance with this guy. Also, they do decorate their rotor. See if I can catch that on camera. Pretty interesting, you know, decoration on the rotor. It's hexagons. You do get that see-through case back, but they do have a, you know, nice decoration on the rotor. You know, overall, I think you get a decent amount of watch for the price that you pay for this. This watch, well, on the Revelot website, it's about $350-ish. But here's my thing. Good luck finding it on the Revelot website because it appears to me that they don't manufacture their watches in high volume. So when you go on their website, almost everything is sold out, minus a few colorways. But the watch itself does come in quite a wide variety of dial colors and options and straps. Because it does come in a silicone strap also. But the biggest problem is that if you didn't jump on it when these were, you know, first put out there for sale, then you're going to have to wait. Now, you can get on the mailing list so you can be notified when they do come back. But who knows how long that'll take. You know, that's the thing. You can check the secondary markets. Personally, I picked this guy up on eBay at a really, really good price, and it got to me pretty fast. But the seller was not from Malaysia. It was actually somewhere in Europe I got it from. But like I said, you can check the Revelot website if you really want one. You can get on the mailing list and you know, wait to be notified when they're restocked. Revelot, like I said, I have no complaints about this watch. One thing for me is the bracelet not being very comfortable. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not the worst bracelet I've ever put on. But also, it's just the micro adjustments. I just wish that class had a few more micro adjustments and I could get it to that perfect size for me. But you know, that's the specs. Let me put this guy on my wrist so you can see how it looks. All right, y'all. So this is what it looks like on my wrist. You know, even a 42, it's not huge. It's a pretty good size. I think the 38 would probably be a little more comfortable. As you can see on my wrist, I do get a little overhang, not a whole lot. I forgot to mention also, the crown is screwed down, so that's great. Always great to have. There you go. You know, that's also another thing. I do wear my watches, and I'm not, you know, always light on them. So as you can see on the clasp there are some scratches. That's not cool. So I don't know how that's going to look over time. But otherwise, you know, this watch is actually really, really good buy. I would recommend this to anybody. If you can find it, and if you can even get it on the secondary market, even try pre-owned, you might do really well. You might get a really good price on this guy. But this is what it looks like on my wrist. Let me give you guys my final thoughts. All right, y'all. So the Revelot Hexmariner, I recommend this watch. I think it's a good buy. You got a Seiko NH35 movement on it, so you know that's a proven movement. You know it's a good watch. It's gonna last. You know, some shortfalls, maybe the bracelet, but you can pick this guy up with a silicone bracelet. And I do want to apologize real quick because I do hear my dog barking. I don't know if my mic's picking it up, but if he is, I apologize. So anyway, without the distractions, I will link the Revelot website on the description of this video. If you're interested on it, check it out. If the watch is sold out, get your name on that list and you'll be notified when they come back in stock. With that said, folks, I will see you on my next one. Peace.